I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Whenever Zach Hutton falls in love, he really falls. Skin Deep, the comedy that glows in the dark. Rated R.
Now playing at theaters everywhere.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review, and this is another paid request, this time from one of my dear friends, Efree. Thank you so much, man. If anyone wants to request any type of reviews, topics, reactions, lists, re-reviews, pretty much any type of video on movies or something else, even games, whatever, you send your request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And there's one of 3 movies he requested. And this one is Skin Deep. Now, Skin Deep is a film I had heard of but never got around to watching until now. And I'm glad I did, because it stars John Ritter. And it's a fun movie. It's directed by Blake Edwards. He did a lot of the Peter Sellers Pink Panther films. And he did this one I reviewed called Switch, which I didn't mind. It was an interesting movie. Interesting comedy, a little bit of drama. Now this is a very different role for John Ritter, because it's definitely R-rated, and John Ritter plays a character who is very, 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 I would almost say addicted to women. And the way it plays off, you look at the beginning of the film, and it kind of sets the tone, because a woman comes home and sees John Ritter messing around with the hairdresser. And the woman is Denise Crosby. Oh, cool. Denise Crosby. She was the original Pet Sematary. She was Tasha Yar in Star Trek The Next Generation. She hosted the documentaries Trekkies and Trekkies 2. Wish there was a Trekkies 3. Should be. But no, that's actually his mistress, and then his real ex-wife comes home. So then there's 3 women. There's the woman he was fucking, there's the mistress who is pissed and has a gun on him, and then there's the ex-wife who's like, don't shoot him, at least if you do, not on the bed, because I want the bed. And that kind of playing off, I don't want to say expectation, but quirky, interesting moments like that and John Ritter's performance really makes the film work. Because the rest of the film, I guess if you say there's a plot, it would be he's addicted, he cannot get enough of women, he's always trying to get laid, but there's a part of him that wants to get back with his ex-wife, and she's like, you know what, you drink, you're with all these women, you cheat on me, it's never going to happen. And we kind of see his kind of crashing and a little bit of an uptake. And the movie is pretty much this series of events. And maybe that's one of the little issues I have. It's hard to say there's a actual plot going on. It just seemed like here's a moment, and then here's a moment, then here's a moment, here's a moment. Okay, we got enough of these moments. We got a little bit of plot, then moments. So it was a little bit like, where's this movie going? Is this movie going anywhere? And then when it gets to the third act felt like it was a bit, I don't know if I want to say rushed, but I did enjoy it because John Ritter was a lot of fun, and those moments I mentioned are fairly entertaining and at times pretty damn funny, and they probably would not have worked. No, let me put that in a different way of explaining it. It still works because I had never seen the film, so it's not nostalgia why I liked it. This is the first time seeing it. This came out in 1989, and the scene still worked for me, as in their intended humor still made me laugh. I'm just saying, you would not see some of this stuff in a movie today because we live in such a PC world that, oh, this is sexist. I guarantee fucking tea that's what they would call Skin Deep. Sexist. Yeah, because it's about a guy, well, it's about a guy who is clearly in the wrong. The movie's telling us that he's on in a way, a destructive path. That's why he keeps getting in these crazy situations. And the whole point of the film is that he has to redeem himself and stop this. But people won't look at that way. Because it doesn't serve their point. But okay, what I mean by moments that were fun, there's moments, like I mentioned at the beginning, there's this one woman who gets so pissed at him that he's playing his piano, she fucking starts his piano on fire, and he still keeps playing and still keeps singing to her. And then boom, the next shot, the entire fucking place is burning down. There's this other woman who, when she disrobes, you find out she's a female bodybuilder. And John Ritter says something to the effect of, I feel like Mrs. Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's this other woman who's pissed at him and keeps giving these electro-stimulation shocks and gives him too much. So afterward he has these spasms. And John Ritter does a really nice job with physical humor. So he's like doing these spasms and he's grabbing this guy's cane but not trying to do it on purpose. There's little moments that are fun, like he's driving, he sees a pretty woman, and he keeps driving, and he drives off, and he crashes into something. There's a point where I want to say, the ex-wife's mom, he tries to go see her, and he accidentally sits on the dog. Because she's like, well, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I don't know. And then when he gets up and he looks like, and he's trying to wake the dog up, and it was very zany, it was goofy, but it was. But then later on you find the dog's all right. The best scene is the scene that, if anyone talks about the film, they mention this. That's why part of the tagline, because if you don't know anything about this, you may go, why the fuck is the tagline dealing with glow? What glow what? Well, glow in the dark. As in, there's a scene where he has a condom, and it's a glow in the dark condom. And then this woman that he's seen, played by this actress Chelsea Field, which I know I recognize her stuff. I think she was in The Last Boy Scout. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. I know I've seen her and stuff. I cannot remember though off the top of my head. Her boyfriend, who's like this asshole rock star, he also has a glow in the dark condom. So there's a scene, total blackness, and you just see these glow in the dark condoms, glow in the cock, and these two glow in the cocks as they're fighting, and you just see these glow in the cocks going like this as these two guys are doing this fight in total blackness. And there's like... The fact that I say glow-in-the-dark condoms, I've never seen that before, and I've never seen that again. So yeah, I give the credit, that's pretty fucking creative and pretty fucking imaginative. I wonder if they have glow-in-the-dark condoms in real life. They'll be called glow-in-the-cocks. If not, give me the fucking rights to that. Glow-in-the-cock. Your own personal glowworm right in your pants. That's pretty fucking funny and imaginative. Now, like I said, are there moments that don't work? Something must have been reshot. Because there are times where John Ritter has a beard, and at times it looks very fake. Like, there's a moment where after this costume party, he thinks it's a costume party. They told him it was a costume party, so he's dressed up as a genie. But then things get screwed up. And then later on, he's in this bar, he's getting drunk. His beard looks very fake. And then you wait a little bit moment, and the beard looks more real. So I don't know if there was some additional photography, some reshoots. It had to be some kind of... Was something need to be reshot, or... oh, we need to add these scenes here. Because, like I said, once in a while his beard looks very fake. And I'm like, what happened with that? And spoilers, getting into more spoilers for the third act. He decides, you know, at a point, quits drinking, starts writing. Then things are going well, and then all of a sudden he's back with his ex. Something about that felt a bit rushed. I don't know what it's about, like... I think because he's quit drinking, he's writing, and there's like a moment he talks with her, then like the next scene they're like in bed with each other. And it just seemed like there's a lot of... There's something in there that could have been in between that, I don't know, would have made that transition a bit smoother. But I mean, you'd assume she took him back because, hey, he actually quit drinking and he's writing again. He's not with women at all. But I don't know, just maybe a little bit more of the ex-wife getting the ice off her shoulder and learning to forgive John Ritter for his past transgressions. Like, maybe a little bit more of that. Does it seem like a good chunk of the film is not really dealing with that plot? Then, oh shit, we gotta get into that for the ending. I guess because by the end, I don't buy the ex-wife taking back John Ritter. I don't buy her taking back John Ritter's character. And I think maybe a few more scenes of that would have been... made that easier to swallow. No pun intended. But despite a few issues and nitpicks, John Ritter's a lot of fun, and he has some nice dramatic moments too. When he says lines like, you know, these days I'm all I got, and that ain't much. It showed that he could do drama bits as well as the comedy. John Ritter is a very underrated actor. He's a lot more than just fucking Three's Company. I didn't even watch much of Three's Company growing up. So I didn't even watch much of him in TV shows. I grew up with him more in movies. Stay Tuned being the #1 thing I saw him in. I love Stay Tuned. Stay Tuned is my favorite thing involved with John Ritter. But, you know, I've seen him in Bad Santa, and then films like this. As well as the next two coming up, which Efree requested. And I miss the guy. He seemed like a genuinely nice guy. Like I said, a talented actor. He was very funny with his comedy. The music, I like the song called Falling Out of Love, which you hear at the very beginning and the very end. I thought that was a very... that was a song that was... just very nice to listen to. It had a good tone to it. It fit the movie well. It didn't seem out of place. It's a catchy song. I even listened to it on YouTube, even right after the film was over. Let me find this on YouTube and listen to it by itself. Good song. And I would say this, if you're a fan of John Ritter or you're a fan of 80s comedies, give it a watch. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray. I have a feeling it's not, which is too bad. It was a fun film. Again, nice to see John Ritter, especially in a different kind of role, a little bit more of an adult role. Just usually I think of John Ritter. I mean, granted, Bad Santa, Sling Blade, those are more adult roles too. But I meant films where he's the star. Seems like a lot of films when he's the star, it's more, Stay Tuned, which is still, it's PG-13 but still fun, or Hero at Large, or other movies. But here, it's like, wow, there's titties in the first, 5 minutes. Alright. That's not too bad. And then there's fun lines of dialogue. I don't go to hotels anymore. I'm on their shit list. So, like I said, other than a few issues, I mean, at the very end, you gotta watch it for the condom, glow-in-the-dark condom scene. Again, it's just very inventive. Never seen that before. I've heard of the scene. And it's just nice to finally see that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's very unique, very clever. So, skin deep, fun movie with a really good John Ritter performance. With that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.